Moving on to our next story now, and an illness or disability doesn't have to mean your farming career is over. Nebraska AgrAbility has been around since 1995, helping people overcome those barriers and continue to thrive in agriculture. Dr. Yoder from the Nebraska AgrAbility team came on the show to talk more about it and tell us about a National AgrAbility Workshop happening later this month.
So AgrAbility is a great program that I've worked with for quite a while now, but the main goal of it is to help farmers that have any sort of disability get back into farming safely. We know the farming population's going to get back into farming whatever way they can and make whatever modifications they need to their equipment. But this is a USDA-funded project that comes through the Farm Bill that allows us to evaluate farming operations and recommend assistive technology, and then hook them up with the funding sources that will allow them to afford some of the assistive technology to do whatever they need to, whether it's getting in and out of the cab of a tractor or moving around the farm better and feeding animals. So there's a wide variety of assistive technology that we can recommend to help them continue farming safely and prevent further injuries.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. I think it's really important to hammer that home. It's not just for farmers with accident disabilities on the farm. You serve lots of other folks too.
Right. Most of the people we work with, automobile accidents are a very big thing. A lot of spinal cord injuries and severe injuries like that may put them in a wheelchair, but we can help them continue farming. Other injuries, hunting injuries. So I would say some of the smaller injuries, like amputations, if you want to call that a smaller injury,
Sure,
are the ones that are caused in agriculture. Most of the more severe paralyzing injuries were outside of agriculture.
And I understand that if special equipment is needed or if the farming operation needs to be changed a little bit, the farmer isn't going to have to shoulder that entire cost by themselves, right?
Correct. So our funding from USDA doesn't allow us to provide funding for that, but we can connect them with services like Voc Rehab and some very affordable loan programs to help afford some of that assistive technology.
And a big reason you're here, we've got the 2019 AgrAbility National Training Workshop coming up later this month. It's billed as the premier training event addressing issues of disability in agriculture. So when someone comes to that event, what can they expect?
Right, so we have people all over the United States and even a few international visitors that do similar work there that come to this and present what they found to work in their areas and regions. We have a lot of farmers, so there's a lot of farmer support groups there that can encourage people that may have disabilities, how they can adapt their operations to continue farming successfully. A lot on different varieties of agriculture that they can do. So maybe not what we think of as traditional agriculture, but higher value crops sometimes play a role there, or specialty animals. So learning about different farming practices, where you can find help, and the type of help that's available out there.
Any speakers or highlights you want to mention at this year's workshop?
Sure. Many of you may have heard of Gus Gustafson from the Omaha area that lost his arm and injured a leg in a farming accident when he was a young kid. Now he's a motivational speaker from that area, and he'll be one of the speakers at the conference.